Hello everyone, and today we're taking a look at the new game released by Grasshopper manufacturer, Killer is Dead. This game was released recently for the PS3 and Xbox 360. This version we're looking at is the PS3 version, the digital one bought off of PSN. So when Killer is Dead was first announced, there was some excitement around it because people were wondering, due to the title, if this would be some kind of spiritual sequel to Killer 7. Killer 7 being the game that, for a lot of people, put Grasshopper and Suda 51 on the map. However, there never was a sequel to Killer 7, because Capcom owns the IP, and they really don't want to do anything with it since the game bombed so badly when it came out. So, there was never anything more for Killer 7, but now we have Killer is Dead, which I don't know if I would say is a spiritual sequel. It really doesn't have anything to do at all with Killer 7. It does take some stylistic cues from Killer 7, as well as kind of the vague, obtuse way it tells its story. But it's not a Killer 7 type of game, really. It's kind of a mishmash of elements from a lot of previous Grasshopper games, including things like No More Heroes and Shadows of the Damned. Let's start a new game, just so we can see how the whole thing starts off. Yes, and that's fine. Okay, we'll just play on normal difficulty since that's what I've been playing so far.
Executioner.
As we begin the game, there really is not much explanation at all as to what's happening, other than we're a man in a suit, holding a sword, chasing another man who has a gun for an arm. These bullets don't seem to concern us very much.
You're... the darkness.
Killer is dead.
And that's mission 1. Yep, that by itself. Not much, really explained there. I mean, you just saw what we did, and we don't know why we did it. But we got money from it, and I gotta be, because apparently I did not do that well enough. I could have pressed forward and then held and released R1 a little bit better than I did, I guess. So I did not get the top grade for that. I must do better in the future. So that's mission 1. Again, we don't really know what happened there. But now that we're done with that, let's get to know our protagonist, as well as his associates. And here we have the world map, quite literally. We can't really actually select anything else right now. Once you beat the game, then you're able to select all the story missions and just play whatever you want. And as you go through the game, you will also unlock side missions that you can do, but for right now, we don't have any of that. So the only thing we can do right now is just pick the next story mission, Episode 2, Killer is Dead. It gives us a little bit of information about who our client is and who our target is before each mission. This time our client is Brian Roses. Our target is someone named Damon, who I guess doesn't need a last name. That just gets in the way anyway, right? So let's go after Damon and see what that's all about.
Wake up. Mondo, wake up. Open your eyes. Slowly. It's time to get some work done. We've got prey that needs hunting.
Mondo, you listening to me?
Hey, give me a sec. I'm in the middle of something.
It's time.
Sorry, baby. I got a job to do. But afterwards, we'll pick up where we left off.
I can't wait.
I know. I won't be long, I promise. Then we can go to my place.
Mondo!
Okay. I'll forgive you this time.
Mika, spill your wine.
Huh? What do you mean, sir?
Spill your wine on the target. And please, make it look natural.
Roger!
Mondo, slow down.
Well, I'm racing against the clock here. Every second counts.
I spilled it!
Did the target move?
Yes!
Good. Approaching the target. Leave the rest to me.
And so here's our main character, Mondo Zappa, and his beloved katana, Gecko. We're using it right now to fight Wires, who are the cannon fodder enemy of the game. Basically, they serve the same purpose, I guess, as Heaven Smiles and Killer 7, or just random people who attack you in No More Heroes for some reason. No explanation right now as to why they're here or what they even are. No light may be shed on that later in the game, as much as light is shed on anything in this game. So as you can see, these are items we can pick up. Now, as you can see, the gameplay right now is just sort of swinging my sword around, just doing basic attacks, hitting the square button to make that happen. There's some more things we can do later on. Other sorts of attacks we can do, some upgrades we can buy to do additional moves and power up our existing ones. But for right now, we can only stick to very basic things.
Impressive. You new around here?
Sir! Let go of me, you stupid!
Little bitch. Spilled wine on my suit. I'm your replacement. I see. Are you saying I dropped the ball? Because I was under the impression that I executed every job perfectly. Haven't I, Brian? The boss isn't here. He's waiting at the table. He'd like to have a few words with you. Is that so? Oh, I'm glad. Good luck, kid. One day, you may have to walk this path too. And on this job, you always come face to face with darkness. That's why you gotta find a beacon of light that'll never succumb to it. Thank you. Those are words I won't forget.
How about a drink?
Brian, did I make a mistake?
Yeah, by going against the state. That's evil, man. At least that's what I believed.
Tell me, did you accept the darkness?
I devoured it entirely.
I've been enchanted by her beauty and her chaos. The still dark night.
Everyone feels that way.
It doesn't matter now. Watch out for that young kid. He's dangerous. Show him the right way.
Yeah, I intend to.
To the executioners, a toast.
Cheers.
Good wine.
A 1950 vintage Burgundy.
Brian, was my life worthwhile?
Everything in life is worthwhile. Never forget that. killer is dead.
Now, let the killing begin.
And that's mission 2. Again, not a whole lot of gameplay so far. These first 2 missions have just basically been a lot of cutscenes with a little bit of play in them. That changes. Just don't think that the whole game is like that. I believe starting with the next mission, we will actually get more of a real mission. And apparently, I did not do as well as I could have in killing those few enemies and hammering on the X button to kill that other executioner. Well, again, we'll have to do better. It's just unacceptable. Once again, we don't have anything else we can do right now except go on to the next story mission, as we have not unlocked any side stuff. And that is episode 3, A Woman of Pain, which is happening apparently in the upper right-hand corner, Europe. Happening in Europe. Somewhere. Europe. Okay, in A Woman of Pain, our client's name is Robert. Our target's name is Alice. In Europe, they don't use last names. Not sure if you knew that. But according to Killer is Dead, there is no use for last names in Europe in the world of Killer is Dead. It's just extraneous information that gets in the way. Let's start the mission.
It starts today. Mika, get up. Time to go. Get dressed. It's time to go to the office.
What? We passed the test?
I passed the test.
What about me?
Failed, obviously.
Huh? I was afraid of that. I'm a loser.
If you're gonna throw a tantrum, do it later. I've got work to do right now. Just try harder next time. You know I'm gonna need an assistant.
Really?
Yes, now let's get ready. Pronto.
I'll do my best.
You might have noticed that our assistant is extremely anime.
Morning. Mondo reporting for work. I'll be starting here today.
I'm his assistant, Mika, and I'll be helping him out.
That's nice, newbie. But you've already got the job. Save it for later. All right, you two, listen up. We're the country's first line of defense. We operate solely on tax dollars, so we can't afford to waste a single moment. From now on, every fiber of your being exists to serve the state. Am I clear?
Yeah, I think so.
I understand.
So, who's our client?
Good. He should be here any second.
I already am. I'm Robert, the artist.
So to summarize, you're living next to a monster. Is that right?
Monster?
So, you're suggesting that this creature is what's responsible for all the recent disappearances?
That's only speculation, of course.
Speculation? The truth is often found buried deep within speculation. In fact, some monsters can only be uncovered through speculation.
Chief, Please calm down.
Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself there.
Well, that's not all.
I see. If you hear children scream in terror every single night, and your window is spattered with blood, then it's only natural to assume that you're living next door to some kind of demon or a monster.
And this drawing came straight from our client. It's gotta be the real deal. So, Mondo, do you have it all?
Yeah, I've got it covered.
All right then. After careful consideration, we decided to take on your case. However, I do need to inform you that the function of this office is execution. You got any problem with that?
Execution?
Yeah. Well, this is a monster.
It's a monster.
Right, a monster.
We kill monsters!
That okay with you?
Yes.
Fine. Now we need the $10,000 up front for our services.
What? Isn't the state supposed to pay for the execution?
The execution, yes. But cleanup of the body parts and gore is not cheap.
Vivian, why don't you just calculate the expenses at the end?
Chief, not again.
A fitting task for our newest employee. Wouldn't you agree, Mondo?
Please check back with our office in 1 week, and we'll give you a status report on our progress. Now, if you could please sign on the line.
But of course, we won't keep you waiting an entire week.
Thank you very much.
So, our first job, working as an executioner for Cyborg from Teen Titans, is to go kill a monster who is living next to this artist. Well, he believes that there's a monster. He drew one, so he must have seen it. And like they said, this came straight from our client, so it must be true. There's got to be a monster, and we're going to kill it.
It's awfully quiet. I don't hear any screams.
It's a quiet neighborhood.
But something smells fishy. Literally.
What a horrible odor. Like something's rotting.
Will you two be all right?
We'll be fine.
Fine and dandy!
Give us a call if things get out of hand. We'll send backup right away.
Thanks. The job? Killer is dead.
Now where's our client?
Well, I'm not sure why Vivian asked about our client. Why would Robert be here? Isn't this the house that the monster's supposed to live in, the neighbor's house?
Excuse me, sir. Please, I need help.
You are...
It's my sister. Please help her. My older sister. She's lost it.
What's her name?
Alice.
Where is she right now?
A man... Please help Alice. I'm begging you.
Where is Alice right now?
She was tricked by a scary-looking man. That's why I'm frightened.
You have to trust me. My name's Mondo. What's your name?
Elisa.
Alright, well, no shortage of scary-looking men around here. She wants us to find her sister Alice. However, if you remember at the beginning of the mission, it did say our target's name was Alice. I just broke that porcelain cat. Right in front of her. Took the crystals inside. I guess she's too torn up over what's happening with her sister to notice.
You said right away. How long are you gonna make me wait? Forget about work. Just come see me. I have something special for you.
Well, something special aside, the entryway to this house has been renovated. Stuff's been moved around in impossible ways. Mondo doesn't seem to think this is a big deal. And we got more wires in here. As for why they're here, it's like I said before, they're just basically here for the same reason that enemies would show up in...
At times, it's necessary to block your enemy's attacks.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
But keep in mind that there are certain powerful attacks that can't be blocked, so keep on your toes.
Right, so we're basically still in the tutorial mode here. Just showing us the basics of how to play. But like I said, just...
No matter how powerful an attack, if you can dodge it, it's meaningless.
Oh yeah, and this is probably the most useful thing in the game. The dodge. I kept using this over and over and over throughout the whole game. See? But yeah, as for why the wires are here, I don't know if there's really any story-related reason for it, as much as there were for why you had to kill evil gang members or evil baseball players and no more heroes.
Penetrate the enemy's guard. Then watch for an opening and deliver the fatal blow.
Oh, right. Well, we can use a guard break. Forgot about that one.
Disgusting.
Oh, what's disgusting about a cupcake? That looks pretty good. It's much larger than any cupcake I've seen. But Mondo will just shove that into his pocket. It'll still be good in there. And here's Elise, who we can see from the icon above her head. It seems that she's got cupcakes on her mind. Maybe she wants ours.
Thank you.
She didn't sound very happy about it. I guess she's still got her sister
Who the heck is that woman?
on her mind. Very concerned about her. Now she's got something else above her head. Can't really make out what that is. But as we go through these rooms, yep, the door we came out of vanished. Now there's only one door we can go through. Hold on. I broke another cat. They hold stuff, you see. At least in this level.
It looks like outdoors inside the room. What a strange place.
This seems like the least strange part about this house so far.
As long as his head is attached to his body, he's immortal. You have to cut it off.
Let's see, I think at this point I can do a certain thing. Just try to do this? No. Just trying to dodge his attack in a certain way. Except it's... I'm repelling his attack, but it's not what I want to do. If you've played No More Hero... Okay, yeah, there we go. If you played No More Heroes, you might have been able to guess what I was trying to do. If you remember that game, the Dark Step move, yep, that's basically in this game.
Now's your chance. Finish it.
That also is, again, one of the most useful things to do in the game, as I would do it over and over. You have to dodge the attack in a certain way, and if you do, that lets you just go nuts, hammering on the attack button while the opponent can't do anything. Can't seem... Oh, there we go. We got some flowers, and I think that Elise will probably want them. Just a hunch.
Thank you.
She's still not happy about it. But giving her these presents it does seem to be changing things around in this house. So probably just want to keep that up. Oh, hey.
Hey, Mika. Where did you get in from?
Sir, you came just in time. This lamp is very strange. Every time I put it out, it keeps relighting. Weird.
You haven't answered my question. Quit playing around and get to work. We need to find Alice.
Aye, aye, sir.
But what she said also bothers me.
What? Is that lamp bothering you? If you can't reach something, your left arm might come in handy. But just be careful about using too much blood.
Alright, so you might have noticed our big robot arm, which no one has really mentioned so far. It's kind of conspicuous, but no one's actually asked about what the deal is with that robot arm. We haven't really used it for anything. So it's called Muscleback, and we can use it for a few things. One of those things is we can shoot it as a gun. You might remember in Shadows of the Damned, goat heads could generate light. We have some deer heads here that are generating light, so we do need to put them out. And that's lit up a secret passage in the wall, made out of jigsaw puzzle pieces. Not sure what that was we picked up. Some kind of music box, I think. Some very large toys in this room. I'm not sure who would be playing with these toys. They seem entirely too large. Well, let's give it to Elise. Oh, okay, and we can also do executions. As it says, if we get combo streaks, then we can do these things. I think we can only do them on the weakest wires. At least I have not seen it come up when fighting the stronger wires, but maybe I just did not get the combos to come up properly. 4 different executions we can choose from. Oh, and we get to try it out here. No, still didn't get it. There we go. That doesn't seem to really do anything. It's just there as a, just a little cool thing, I guess, if it comes up. As far as I can tell, it doesn't actually help you in any way. Though maybe, I don't know, maybe it said that it did and I just missed it. That's possible. I wasn't paying attention. That could always be the case. She just hovered down from the upper floor. Let's give her the thing we found, because that's where this has been going so far.
Thank you.
Alright, now that we've done that, we've completed the piano bridge going up to that door. Yeah, we can upgrade our skills, our stats, by getting moon crystals, but we can't do that from right here. Well, maybe we could. We could access the upgrade menu. Let's see if we can access that from right here. Once this... Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I can access that while in the middle of a mission. So you can see we have different attacks we can get, as well as upgrading our sub-weapon. There are 3 blanked out because we don't have those sub-weapons yet. And as well as increasing special skills. We have 78 right now. Let's say let's increase our high mobility. Move short distances very quickly. We can do that by pressing L plus the circle button. We can upgrade that again, but it's a lot more expensive. So let's see. Yeah. There we go. So I guess that's the thing we just bought. It's a very fancy house. You wouldn't think a monster would live here. But for right now, let's break all the cats. There was a woman hiding in one of the cats.
I'm a certified blood-drawing nurse, Scarlet. You should feel honored to be in my presence.
So Scarlet will be hiding in a breakable object somewhere in a level, and if you find her, then you can unlock challenges.
Feel free to stop by anytime you want. I'll be waiting.
She will also replenish our blood meter, which we haven't actually used so far, but there are some things we could use that for as the game goes on.
Are you the owner of this house?
You see anyone else here?
I met your younger sister, Elisa.
Elisa? That girl. Is she still hanging around?
She was quite worried about you.
Lies.
You're right, that is a lie. All I sense in this house is your stench. It only has your color. I've met you before.
Mondo. Thank you. You are the first and the last man to have come this far.
I will take away all of your pain. I'll set you free.
Yes. It hurts. It hurts.
Alice, what's wrong? Where does it hurt?
It's my back.
For how long?
A year. I took a vacation to the moon, and ever since I returned, it hurts.
Moon? Did you see anyone there?
Yes. It hurts. It hurts. Mondo, please. Help me.
Who did you see on the moon?
A scary man.
His name. I need his name.
I remember. David! The pain. It's gone. I want to see David. It hurts. 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 Mondo, am I a tortured soul?
Alright, so it's time for our first boss, Alice, and it seems that Robert may have been right about the whole living next door to a monster, after all. She said that she met David when she went on her vacation to the moon. You know, just throwing out that she went to the moon. No big deal. Everyone does that. I thought David had died in the snows of northern Canada, but apparently not. Apparently he's on the moon. So you see how this battle goes. We just have to dodge attacks, keep hitting her until she runs out of energy, and then we can cut a limb off. Basically how this is going. she's out of health, but the icon to press R1 did not come up. She is out of health, though. Oh. Sometimes when you get hit, you'll become dazed, and you have to shake the left stick to become undazed. Now with the next phase of the battle, she lays young. They can actually mess us up pretty quickly, so we do need to take them out as fast as we can. I suppose it's up to you to decide whether or not this game is as weird or less weird or more weird than Killer 7. I do appreciate that it kind of goes for a similar kind of fever dream style feel that Killer 7 had. Though I'm not sure if I'm getting the same impression from this game as I did with Killer 7. Like with this game, I just kind of feel like it's trying to be that way. With Killer 7, it was just more of a feeling of that it just was. I'm not sure if that really makes sense. I'm almost dead, and that might not be a bad thing because we can see what happens when I die. So, when I die, I can choose to restart from a checkpoint. However, if I have a Mika ticket and I start each mission with 3, I can use one to do this. Mika will drop out of the sky and apply first aid, which basically is this. She just wails on our chest until we come back to life, because that's how first aid works, you understand. She then flies back up into the ceiling, waiting to be called on again.
Killer is dead.
Poor Alice. We're so sorry. Rest in peace inside this house of candy.
Boss, job's complete.
Good work. In fact, great work from a newbie.
And so, that's our first full-length mission completed. Time for the epilogue of it.
Here is the promised object.
Thank you. Alice, we meet at last. So, it was you all along.
Did you know her?
Yes. This is the woman who killed me. Do not be deceived by the story of the moon. This woman is a natural-born killer. Now my death has been avenged. I greatly appreciate your help.
He's gone.
Vanished.
The joke's on us. How are we supposed to get paid, Chief?
I guess we'll just build a stake.
And so, that's the end of the mission, and I think the end of this video. So that's Killer is Dead. It's like I said, if you do like Grasshopper Manufacturer games, you'll probably like this one. It does try to take elements from Killer 7 in terms of how it tells its story, the general mood, and the general look of things. Though in terms of gameplay, it really doesn't take anything from that. It takes mostly from No More Heroes. And I only got a C on this mission. I did very badly. So yeah, I mean, I played through the whole game. I forget if I mentioned this earlier, but if you're wondering how long it is, when I beat the game, the counter at the end said that I've been playing for 9 hours and 15 minutes. So a decent length, I think. We got windows opening up. And yeah, so I had opened up side missions here, so now you can see I can look around the world map for side missions, as well as the next story-related mission, which this one, Episode 4, The Man Who Stole the Moon. So that's it for Killer is Dead. It's a whole lot of hacky-slashy action, similar to No More Heroes, with a very obtuse, very moody, atmospheric story, similar to Killer 7. And as far as what that story is, all we know at this point in the game is that apparently there is someone named David who Alice met on the moon, a scary-looking man. And since Episode 4 is called The Man Who Stole the Moon, you might assume that that continues on with that story. But yeah, Killer is Dead. You could probably tell if you want this or not. You probably already know. You probably have figured out if this is something that would be of interest to you. Since Killer is Dead, you've been looking at the PlayStation 3 version. This was released on PS3, Xbox 360, and for the PS3 version, it was released in both disc form as well as digital on PSN, and this one is the PSN version. So that's Killer is Dead. I played through the whole thing, and I liked it. It didn't leave a huge impression on me the way Killer 7 did, but I liked it. It was alright. So it's Killer is Dead, the newest, from Grasshopper Manufacturer.